Good afternoon, everyone. This is Linda with Linda Sue Plants for You. Welcome to my channel. This afternoon anyway, I'm going to bring you a video about a lot of different things. I'm trying to rearrange all of my plants in my living room, in my dining room, and I keep running into roadblocks here. I need some more hanging pots that I don't have, and so I'm just in quite the dilemma. But I wanted to bring this to you anyway because I wanted to show you that I too have problems with my plants now and then. And this is my newest and latest problem. This is my Cissus rhombifolia. It was doing very, very well, and then all of a sudden I noticed the leaves were getting lighter and lighter and lighter, and I think it is due to the fact that I stopped giving it distilled water. I thought this plant was hardy enough that it would be able to do okay with the well water, but I don't think it is. I think that's, it seems to be that is when this started to decline, and I'm going to try and get a close-up here. I want to show you what I'm talking about. Can you see that? As opposed to that, you see how healthy those are? And this plant is growing like a weed. It's a very, very, very prolific grower. So I'm not too sad about it because I know it'll come back, but I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to take it down and take it in the bathroom and just give it a good hosing down and look over, and then whatever leaves fall off, they fall off, and I'll hang it back up and give it some distilled water and some plant food because I'm just not sure what the problem is here. But I do, unfortunately, I am concerned that it is my well water. So we're back to that dilemma again. Alright, and then I wanted to show you this plant. Those of you that are frequent viewers of my videos will probably remember it's just been a few weeks since this plant was almost completely dead. There were a few leaves left on it that were just yellow or white even, getting ready to fall off. But I did spot a few dark green new growth, and look at what's happened. It's practically grown overnight. It's only been a few weeks since I did that, and I'm amazed, absolutely amazed at the brand new growth that I have here. So very, very exciting for me. When I bought this plant, it was a very full, lush plant. You couldn't even see the pot that it was in. It was gorgeous, and then I felt like it was dying, and one of my plant friends said she thought that they go dormant. Well, and I think that they do, or they can, but I have other plants that traditionally can go dormant when you have them in the home, that it hasn't happened. So I was hoping that wasn't the case here. But you know, I live in southeastern Wisconsin, so I'm used to that with my outdoor plants, but I've never had an indoor plant that went dormant in the winter, so that's new to me. And I'm hoping we're wrong on that. I'm hoping it was just something else. Don't know what it could be, but I did move it in here from the living room. So I'm hoping that it was a lighting issue and not that it actually does go dormant every year, because that makes me extremely sad. But it's doing good now, so very excited about that. Another problem plant I'm having here, my calathea, or calathea, depending on how you want to pronounce it, As you can see, it's lost a lot of its vibrant color. I saw some spider mites on this plant, and I thought I got rid of them, and I haven't seen any you know, mites or webs since that one day. And the webs I had on it were right by the crown of the plant, and it was so small that I really felt I had it handled. But for some reason, this whole plant is just declining. I moved it in here away from my other caletheas because I didn't want whatever's wrong with this to go bad on those. So still working on that and trying to figure that out. And if you see little white specks of stuff, nope, that's not aphids, and it's not insects. It's the dust from when my husband put hooks in here for me the other day. I'm going to see if I can get up under there. I don't know if you'll see that, but maybe not. Up in the top of here, I have 3 hooks in the wood behind the cafe curtain, and we put those in so I could put some hanging plants in this window. So that's what I'm working on now. The other thing I wanted to show you was my watermelon peperomia. Some of you will probably remember that I've really had my issues with this plant. Back and forth. At one point it was probably a good 10-inch round orb. It was so healthy. I just loved it. And all of a sudden it started getting these like it looks like something's eating at it, and it was getting these brown spots on the back. I think this is the only good leaf that I have left on it. Well, anyway, so I cut it back and I took another leaf and I made a cutting, and it's in here, and I think you can see. I don't want to take the time to open it, but I'm getting a couple new plants out of that one leaf, so I'm really glad I did that while this was still alive. I absolutely love the watermelon peperomia, and like I said, I don't know what was wrong with it, but I wasn't happy with the fact that I almost lost it. So I think that's all I really wanted to show you on this shelf. I've got a couple things here that I'm working on. And this one I'm going to have to redo. This is my string of hooks. And I understand that they're no longer considered senecio. The string of hearts, string of hooks, string of pearls, a string of bananas. I guess that they're now in a family called Curio. C-U-R-I-O, I believe it is. And I've learned that from Summer Rain Oaks. And most of you probably are familiar with her. And there's my square foot garden out there. I've got 2 of them, 4x8. I'm so hoping we're going to be able to plant those this year, but we'll see. Alright, and then I'm going to move along here. This is my shelf that I've been wanting to kind of redo and get cleaned up, and it's quite a mess. So that's one of my projects. And then this plant, my dogtail cactus. This is from Suzette. And you hear her name a lot because Susan and I are very, very good friends. We talk almost every day, and she had sent me 2 separate boxes full of plants and cuttings from her stash. So, if you're watching, Suzette, thank you. They're doing good. I got another new leaf coming up on this one. And my Meekins or Mikins, and I put her in a bigger pot, and she's doing better. I'm getting more growth, but still very slow growing, and the leaves aren't very big. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong with that, but it's okay. It's surviving. Let's put it that way. And your Hawaiian spider, I put her in a bigger pot, and she's really taken off, as did the other one that you sent me. Okay. And then I've got my alocasia polly. She's doing really good. Most of my plants are doing pretty good. I got Philodendron Brazil down here. This is an old wine rack. And it's really taking off. I have a ponytail palm that I'm going to be giving to my daughter soon. And then this plant I wanted to show you. It's kind of funny and quirky, but it makes me smile. This is a black knight. It was sold as a black knight, but when I looked it up, there's a black knight and a black prince. And the only difference that I can see is one has pointed leaves and one has rounded leaves. And I'm not sure which is which, but there it is, folks. Going all the way down to the floor. Isn't that just a crazy thing, how that's growing? So, when I got this plant, it was very dark, bluish black. It was beautiful. And it's lost its color because it doesn't get as much light as it should get. But it's still beautiful and still kind of wonky looking, and I just love it. And of course, I've got it in my plant stand that my husband made out of different parts from the thrift stores. And the bottom of it is an antique. I believe it was from a lamp at one time. Very pretty. Alright. And I want to show you, well, you can see my mess here. My aloe that I accidentally broke one of the leaves off. I had it in my bedroom on my dresser, and behind there is a hamper, and I went to throw something in there and I accidentally caught it on this plant. I was just sick when that happened. And then this leaf, I don't know what happened here. That just kind of started to decline. So maybe I hit that one and didn't realize it. I don't know. But I have to rethink where I'm going to put that, because it's not in a, that wasn't a good place for it. And it's getting so wide, you know, horizontally it's growing. So it takes up a lot of space. So I got to find a spot for that where I'm not using up valuable space, where I could maybe have 5 or 6 plants instead of 1. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. But anyway, so I have to get this. I've got plants here that need to be repotting. And I have this plant here is the one that yesterday I was filming and saw the ants on. And I haven't seen any since then. since yesterday when I killed a few ants. But my hubby went to the hardware store for me and got me some ant killer. So we're going to see. I wanted him to get me those little bait stations, but he said they didn't have them. They don't sell them there. So he got me this. And it's just a little bottle or tube of ant bait, and then you just put it on this cardboard and just drip some on there, and that's supposed to attract them. So we'll see. I haven't seen any, but we're going to let that go through the couple days here. And okay, so that's it for this video. I wanted to just touch base with you guys and let you know that I'm still here, and as you can see, I've got a lot of work cut out for me here, and sometimes the littlest things take too much effort for me, so I have to do everything slow, and it sometimes takes 10 times longer to do something that it might have otherwise taken me 10-20 minutes. But I am determined, and I'm going to get it done, and I will bring you a video when that happens. We're going to have a full tour of my dining room, my kitchen, and my living room. So stay tuned for that. And if any of you have any comments regarding these ants, I know I had a comment from one of my viewers, and I apologize, I forget. I want to say it was Gloria A. I'm not positive on that, but at any rate, she said she found some ants on her plant too, some little black ants. And she never had that before. So if anybody watching this is having that issue, or have had that issue, and can tell us what's going on, we'd love to hear it. I mean, that's why we have the plant community, right? To help each other out. So, until next time, I'm going to sign off, and I'll be back hopefully very soon, and you'll get to see all the new additions to my plant family. I am expecting a box from Logi's any day, and I will be doing an unboxing when that happens. Here's my fungus gnat fly strip. Aren't those ugly? I hate them. I really hate them. They look so stinky and icky to me, but they do work. And I think I saw one fungus gnat in the last couple weeks. So I think we're finally almost at the end of those. Alright, my friends, thank you so much for your support and for hanging there with me. I hope to be back soon, and until then, you have a great day. Bye now.